上次那个附加问句的那个，我有多查了一点为什么要附加问句？那当然我们以前说的就是强调前面的这个的确是正确的，但是也另外一个用法就是要跟那个听的人有一点点对话，要他们回答是不是正确的。OK， 那基本上这一课的文法新的就是嵌入式问句。我们讨论嵌入式问句之前，我们要先复习一下就是基本的问句，直接的问句。那基本的问句有两种，对不对？第一种就是 yes no，yes no。那 yes no 的问句主要是用 to be 跟do 或 did，所以像这个那记得我们英文陈述句平常的句子，陈述句的语序是 subject 主词，然后再 verb， right？ 比如说 she is here， she likes pizza。OK， 那大部分的问句会，尤其是 yes and no 的问句，它就是会把它那个语序调过来，把动词放在主词前面，对不对？ Is she there？ Is she here？ Does she like pizza？ OK， 所以这是基本上的问句那还有一种问句就是那个用 who 那个 wh 有 who what when where how 那些 why 那些问句。那些问句来说呢，也是大部分来说会把那个 question word 放在最前面，然后会有那个换那个语顺语序，所以大部分来说都会把 verb 放在 subject 前面。 OK， 所以基本上来说大部分的英文问句的确都是前面是会把那个动词放在主词前面。 OK， 有的时候是会用这个加一个助动词 does 但是基本上我们会有看到在那个动词在主词前面。只有一个很少的例子，那这个例子就是它这里的那个What is in the box， 或者是 Who gave， 这些是一个 WH 的问句，有没有？所以我们刚刚是不是讲说有两种问句 ，yes no 的跟 WH 的问题字的 ，OK？ 那但是其实大部分的 WH 问句还是会把那个动词放在前面。那为什么有一些没有把动词放在前面？这个 A1 这个就没有把动词放在前面。Who broke the window？ 就看起来就是像那个陈述句的。原因是他在问什么。所以如果他是在问那个一个主词的，就 Who broke the window？ 如果说 say Tim broke the window， 那 Tim 就是那个主词，对不对？所以当你在问是有关那个主词的时候Who broke the window， 他就会按照那个原来那个陈述句的顺序。但是基本上来说，这是比较少见的，情况。所以譬如说，如果 比较常见的是，如果说你在问有关那个后面的补充，而不是问有关那个主词，比如说原来的句子那个答案是是 Tim broke the window， 那你可以说What did Tim break？ 如果你问的是 What did Tim break？ 那这现在来说是问的不是主词了嘛，对不对？是问那个补充，所以你就会有听到那个 What did Tim break？ 有把那个 did 放在前面，有没有？在那个 question word 后面，所以这样就那样子就变成 A2 的 What is Paul looking at？Who are the girls？ 所以大部分来说通常问句会把那个动词放到前面。偶尔它不是偶尔有一些其他的例外，就是像老师刚刚讲的，但是大部分来说它会把这个动词放到前面。OK， 那最常放到前面的就是 to be 或者是那个do 或者 did。 OK， 所以这两个会最常放到前面。 OK， 那所以这个是基本的问句。那嵌入性的问句的其实不是真正的问句，因为你看，如果这个嵌入性的问句，它的问句在这里 Do you know？ 所以后面这个其实不是这个问句，它不是问 Is she here？ 它是问 Do you know？Do you know？ 问句在前面，所以在这个后面它其实是一个陈述句，所以我们要用陈述句的语序。所以 Do you know if she is here？ 所以 I am not 或者 I am not sure if she likes pizza， 这个也是不是真正的问题，因为它其实是我不确定，这个整个都不是问题了嘛。 I am not sure if she likes pizza。 所以当你有一个前入句的时候，不管以前是问题还是不管听起来像是问题还是不是问题，记得在前入的那一部分它已经不是问题了，它是陈述句，所以你一定要用陈述句的语序。 OK， 这是最重要的基本的概念。好，所以那我们现在来看看。OK， 我们现在来试试看。 All right， so did you do these? Can you read them for me? Okay, so start with
who is in the box?
What is in the box?
What is in the box? Tim has no idea what is in the box. Who gave Tim the toy mouse? Tim isn't sure who gave him the toy mouse. What happened to Tim? Jay wanted to know what happened to Tim.
Jay wants to know what happened to Tim.
What will happen next? Do you know what will happen next?
Do you know what will happen next? Okay. All right.
What is the cat doing? Do you know what the cat is doing?
所以这里我们看到说直接的问句它有那个转过来，那个把 把动词放在前面，但是把它嵌入那个句子里面以后，就要回到陈述句的语序。OK？
There are Alice and the cat.
Where are Alice and the cat?
Where are Alice and the cat? Do you know where Alice and the cat are?
Do you know where Alice and the cat are?
How is the cat? Alice wants to know how the cat is.
Alice wants to know how the cat is.
What is Alice going to do for the cat? Guess want to know what Alice.
Guess what Alice? Guess what Alice? 所以我们原来是问句吧，我们把它换成陈述句的。Guess what Alice is going to do for the cat?
I'll say, I'll want to know.
So guess what Alice is going to do for the cat?
Guess. 我又加了一个 want to know.
Okay. All right.
When did Mrs. White leave the house? Officer Carson asked when Mrs. White left the house. Where did Mrs. White go tonight? Officer Carson wanted to know where Mrs. White went tonight.
Where Mrs. White went tonight. 所以虽然说在这个里面，在前面的问句，它把它分成 did go， 那 did go 是过去式嘛，所以你会说，
接过来的时候就变，
过来的时候就会 where went。That's right.
Why does Mrs. White look sad? Do you have any idea why Mrs. White look sad?
Do you have any idea why Mrs. White looks sad? 因为这是 does， 所以是现在 right? Why Mrs. White looks sad? Okay.
What will police officer do next?
What will the police officers do next?
Police. What will the police officers do next? Let's see what the police officer will do next.
所以这个 will 的已经要放到后面，就像跟陈述句一样。
Where has the dog gone? Can Officer Smith find out where the dog has gone?
Can Officer Smith find out where the dog has gone?
When can the police officer find Mrs. White's dog? The the police officers are not sure when they can find Mrs. White's dog.
Yeah, they are not sure when they can find Mrs. White's dog. Good. So for B, 它现在是用也是还是同样的idea， 就是一个嵌入性的，但是这个嵌入性的不是一个问题，而是一个概念。Okay, so why don't you read the top first?
I don't know what to do. I have no idea who to ask for help. Can you tell me where to go? Can you tell me when to leave? Can you tell me how to do it?
所以在这里的是用这些 question word， 然后用 to， 那这些 to 是这个 to 是的这里的作用是目的嘛，就是原因。Okay, all right, okay, let's read this next part.
Hi, Sam. I will go camping next week. Do you want to join me? Sounds fun. What should I bring for the trip? Don't worry. Come to my place tomorrow. I'll tell you about it.
I'll tell you about it.
Great. How can I get to your place? And when should I get there? Take bus 799 and get off the last stop.
Get off at the last stop.
Get off at the last stop. And you can come in the afternoon. Okay, who else will you invite on the trip? Well, I haven't decided yet.
Okay. All right, let's take a look.
What should Sam bring for the camping trip? Sam isn't sure what to bring for the camping trip. How can Sam get to Annie's place?
Anne's place.
Anne's place. Sam doesn't know how to get to Anne's place. When should Sam get to Anne's place? Sam doesn't know when to get to Anne's place. Who else will Anne invite on the trip? Anne hasn't decided who
to remember when doing practice 2. Anne hasn't decided who
to invite on the trip.
Who else to invite? Anne hasn't decided who else to invite on the trip.
Who else to invite?
Okay. All right, let's go to the second one. So same idea. 同样的是嵌入句，那现在是不确定的，可以用 whether 或是 if， whether or if. Okay. All right.
Okay. Is the code made in Japan? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether the code is made in Japan.
Whether the code is made in Japan.
Is a movie interesting?
Interesting. The movie interesting.
Who has no idea? Who has no idea whether the movie is interesting?
Yeah, whether the movie is interesting. Paul has no idea whether the movie is interesting.
The dolly fed the dog.
Dolly
Do you know? Do you know if Dolly has fed the dog?
Yeah, do you know if Dolly has fed the dog?
Can you go to the party with me? I want to know. I want to know whether you can go to the party with me.
Yeah, whether you can go to the party with me. That's right.
Will it rain this afternoon? Miss Lee isn't sure. Miss Lee isn't sure if it will rain this afternoon.
If it will rain this afternoon. Ms. Lee isn't sure if it will rain this afternoon. Yeah, it will rain this afternoon. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Okay, what I like to do is let's go to the review to first go through the grammar, and then we'll come back to lesson 4. Okay? Okay, so this is 复习嘛. So let's just go ahead and review 上次我们有讨论过的被动语态. Okay?
Halloween is celebrated by any Americans. These t-shirts were made in Taiwan. Weren't they? The horses will be fed by Tom. The man should be taken to the hospital. The cell phone has been fixed many times.
所以记得我们说过被动语态是因为这一些重要，那比较重要的是那个主角做事情的人，做这件事情的人比较重要。Okay? All right. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay?
Help animals in need. This koala was badly burned.
This koala was badly burned. So these are the words that you need up here. So which one? 我记得我们在用被动语态。
Was saved and took
Taken.
Taken.
Okay, good. So what would it be? It was.
Oh, well, it was saved.
It was saved and
taken
to
a hospital by a kind woman last week. Sadly, millions of
animals. Okay, so we can use the 我们可以用过去现在完成式。So sadly, millions of animals have
been killed.
Have been killed.
In the bushfire in Australia since this spring began. A lot of people together and trying to save as many animals as they can now. Many people worked.
Okay. Yeah, something about work. So you can say a lot of people are working together or have worked together. But I would probably say working together, since this is the last part is trying. So a lot of people are working together and trying to save as many animals as they can now. So 那主要的重点是我们练习这个被动语态。So it was saved and taken to a hospital. And then sadly, millions of animals have been killed. 这个也是被动语态，但是它是用现在完成式，就是还是在发生中。现在完成式 have been killed. Okay, all right. Okay, 好，那接下来复习名词子句，也就是我们刚刚讲过的那个嵌入式的 ，OK， 嵌入式的句子 ，OK， all right.
Peter said that the TV show was great. I'd like to know who she is. I don't know what is this.
What it is.
What it is. Tell me where you bought your coat. I have no idea why they are late. Do they know when you will come? Do you know how he got to the museum? He knows how to sing the song. I haven't decided when to leave here. Can you tell us whether he will come tomorrow?
OK， 所以就像我们刚刚讲的，在这一部分最重要的是你要用的，虽然说听起来很像问题，有一些部分听起来像问题，你要用的是陈述句的语序 Okay?
嗯
Okay, let's do this read and fill in.
Do you know the letter is for?
Do you know?
Letter who what 等等
你要看看这个他的回答嘛。
It's for Miss Mr.
Lynch. 所以他回答了什么？
Lynch.
他回答的是什么问题？
It for
Who,
it's
right? 他回答的是谁？是给谁的？ Right? Do you know?
Oh, do you know who the letter is for?
You know who the letter is for?
Jason told me.
Jason.
Jason. He did yesterday. We went hiking with Sam. Jason told me.
Okay, 所以他是回答什么问题？
To hiking with Sam. Told me what he did.
Jason told me what he did yesterday. He went hiking with Sam. Okay, good.
We are not sure that the animals are from where.
Where? That's right. We are not
They
sure
are
where
from.
the animals are from. They are
They are from Australia.
Good.
Kevin has no idea that his family is planning a party for him or not. I no idea whether.
No idea whether his family is planning a party for him or not.
Can you tell me to do the report? Yes, I'm free this afternoon. Do you? How to do?
How to do the report. Okay.
The woman believes her son will win the game. That.
The woman believes that her son will win the game. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. 所以这一课的文法加上复习的文法有没有什么问题？ Any questions?
No.
OK， 所以如果你要告诉我这两个的文法重点是什么？这两课的
就是他在问那个，这有可能是问句，或者是也不是问句，他讲的问的地方通常不是他的问句，他的问句不是它的重点，而后面的陈述句， 然后
潜入性的句子里面，
然后陈述句那个句子，它后面要讲的那个就要用陈述句的规则。
潜入的句子要用陈述句的规则，不管是原来以前是问句还是不是问句。 对 ，OK， good good， 好，那还有我们上次讲过的那个被动语态，被动语态是怎么样吧？怎么用？
它就是要用完成式，
可以用完成式，
然后是它这个被动的那个主词才，那一个名词才是主词，这还是句子的重点。然后，假如是用助动词，就是那个叫做什么？假设性的助动词，它就要加，后面就要用 be， 然后如果要加过去完成时，就是它在进行中，因为完成时不是过去完成时，它在进行中的话，就是要用 has been， 因为把那个助动词加 be 跟 has 加完成式接起来，
所以一定会用到助动词 ，right？被动语态一定会用到助动词，有可能是 to be，right？然后或者是如果是用到那个假设性的，就会用 be。然后如果是完成的，就会用 has been， has been，OK， 除非是基本上大部分是用 has been 除非有特别的原因会用 had been。Okay, let's read this using context clues. Okay, so 这些我们来试试看。Okay.
Definition. Vincent is so arrogant. He thinks he is more important than anyone else.
Vincent is so arrogant. He thinks he is more important than anyone else. Okay. All right. Let's go to synonym.
Cinnamon.
不是 cinnamon 哦，是 synonym。cinnamon 就变成肉桂了。
Synonym. Vincent is so arrogant, proud, and self-centered. I don't want to be friends with him.
Okay, let's look at antonyms.
Vincent is so arrogant. Unlike his sister, Joyce, he's modest and nice. Example: Vincent is so arrogant. He keeps telling others how well he plays basketball and that he is the best player on the school team.
OK， 好，所以 读了这4个以后，你猜 arrogant 是什么意思？
It's so arrogant. Mm. 自我感觉良好。
自我感觉良好。Sure，很自大。很太有自信了。不谦虚，很骄傲，自豪。OK， all right。所以这个当我们不知道某一个字的意思的话，你可以看看旁边的，告诉你怎么去猜。Okay. All right, let's read this part. This one that you recorded.
How new words are created. Around 5,400 new English words are created every year, and about 1,000 of them will enter dictionary. Do you know how new words are created? In the case of brunch, breakfast was combined with lunch to form the word. It first showed up in the late 19th century and showed how some people made one meal out of two. Soon, people found the pleasure of eating two.
Pleasure， 虽然它是没有
pleasure，
但是这个 su 这个是念 z pleasure
of eating two meals at the same time. By the 1930s, many people started having just 2 meals on Sundays. The history of brunch is actually the story of how people changed their eating habits. Some words were created for new things and ideas. For example, the first airport was built in 1909 after airplanes were created. Words like notebook, computer, email, and download were formed after computers and the internet became popular. Other words were made by accident. In 2002, an Australian guy took a photo of himself and uploaded it to the internet. He did this because he hurt his lips and wanted to know whether he should see a doctor or not. Beside this photo, he wrote, "It was a selfie." Just like that, a new word was born. The word selfie has been defined as taking a photo of oneself. It's now commonly commonly used all over the world. In 2014, a group of people took a selfie and they called it an Aussie. Can you guess?
Yes.
Can you guess and explain what Aussie means?
Okay. Can you guess what and explain what Aussie means?
A group of people. Group of people.
为什么叫
什么是 group of?
A group of people. 一群 a group of people. 为什么会叫 us?
我们的自拍。
Aussie. 我们自拍。
Us.
Like from us. Just from like selfie. Us, Aussie. Good. Good. So what is this article about?
在讲word 的演变，新的词的发明。
Good.
Sam had butterflies in his stomach before the job interview.
Okay. 那为什么要说 Sam had butterflies in his stomach? 是什么意思？
紧张，
很紧张，所以他肚子一直在动，蠕动，
蝴蝶的
有
动
butterfly 在里面。Okay. Number 2.
My voice sounds funny because I have a frog in my throat.
所以这个是什么意思？
我嘴巴里面有青蛙，沙哑了。
Okay, number 3.
I don't think this was an accident. I smell a rat.
所以这是
臭
为什么要说？我怀疑 I smell a rat. 我怀疑这个不是巧合，我怀疑不是巧合。I smell a rat.
The salesman lied to Helen, so she was as mad as a wet hen.
Mad as a wet hen. 因为如果鸡湿了，他们很不高兴。Mad as a wet hen. Okay.
I'm as blind as a bat without my glasses. 没有眼睛的时候，吓得很像蝙蝠一样。
Yeah, bats are not actually blind, but yes, that is a saying. Okay.
Don't believe what David say. He is a snake in the grass.
Don't believe what David says. He is a snake in the grass. 所以这是什么意思？
这个是会骗你。
对，那这就是你不注意的时候就咬你一口。Snake in the grass.